guys, if anybody's there, I am live. I am here. I'm just making my husband. Ow, ow, I'm burning myself as I'm making my husband his lunch. And I had to get it out of the oven. And flip it. Sorry, I'm coming back. Bad timing, bad timing, bad timing. Okay, sorry. Turn this up. Okay, anybody here? Nobody's here. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I was having a problem with my DJI. It's supposed to follow me, but I don't think it will because... Oh, it will. Come on. Come on, mister. Follow me. No, wrong way. Okay, well, I set up to do if you know, I think most of you would know, any of my regular followers, I used to sell Whataburger chicken. Whataburger chicken, oh my word. This is my second live today. I used to sell Whataburger baskets they were made in Dresden, Ohio. And Dave Whataburger, I'm not going into the whole long story, but Dave Whataburger, they used to call him Popeye. And he had a restaurant in town. It was called Popeye's. And they used to serve this awesome chicken salad. Well, when Whataburger was getting really big in its time, they put together a recipe book because they used all their pottery and their baskets, and they made this beautiful recipe book. And it actually looks like a coffee table book. And it has all these wonderful recipes. As you can see, I've marked off some of my favorites. But this one is a tried and true family recipe that my family just loves. And whenever I have extra chicken breasts, or rotisserie chicken, and I need to use it, I make some chicken salad. It's called it's called Popeye's chicken salad actually. And I've taken everything out of the refrigerator so I can just throw it together. Hi, who came on now? Let me see. Is it going to be Debbie Sue maybe? But you were just on my other live and you did such a great job as the moderator. But who's on today? Alex. Hi Alex, how are you? New stream, just unlucky. No, I've been doing this, but I have 5 million things going on at one time. So Alex, do you have a channel? I have a knife in my hand, so I can't be looking at the screen 100% of the time, sorry. Oh, there's 10 people on here. Hey guys, say hello, wave. Let me know who you are, where you're from. So Alex, do you have a channel? How's it going? Glimpse, okay. Don't worry, more people are bound to come. Yeah, sometimes. I actually just did a live earlier. I went to a forest preserve. I live down in Texas, and it's very hard to come to a forest preserve in Texas because it's so hot. Oh, hello from Ohio. Hey, Ohio. I am cooking, I don't know what part of Ohio you're from, but I used to sell Whataburger, and I am cooking Dave Whataburger's chicken, Popeye's chicken. I'm one of your biggest fans. Cartoon, Kidnea. Okay. Well, I do a little bit of everything. Like today, my husband and I went to it was so nice out that I just couldn't stand thinking that I was going to be inside working. I have a million things to do. I have to test my friend's jewelry to see if it's gold and diamonds and all that. Would anybody be interested in seeing that? It's not a big deal, but I can make a video. I won't go live doing it. You're from India. Wow. What time is it in India? Okay, I gotta show you this gadget, okay? I thought it was a joke. My mom she gets me all the kitchen gadgets. But if you take your chicken breast and you put it in here, let me see if I can tilt this down. Okay, my gimbal is not going to do this with me. But you literally put it down and you twist it, okay? And you put a whole chicken breast in here, and I did the rest of my chicken breast, but it comes out so firm because it has teeth on both sides, and you twist it. It takes no energy. If you have weak arms, or if you have MS, or you know, you have some arthritis or something. And I did 4 chicken breasts, and bam, I mean, that easy, dishwasher safe. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I had a bunch of chicken breasts that were frozen, and I put them in my Ninja, and with some chicken broth frozen for 15 minutes. And I gotta take that out of the oven. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I'm getting my husband's lunch out of the oven. Okay. I'm here and I'm back. It's my ADHD kicking in, sorry. I don't know where I was. So anyways, I had the 4 chicken breasts, and I put them in my Ninja, and I did the pressure cooker. And so then I had the chicken breasts cooked because I didn't want them to go bad because I wasn't using them. So I figured they were cooked, and then I'm like, okay, I can't have it go bad. So last night I made a recipe with part of them, and today I'm throwing a chicken salad together, so at least I get another couple days to work with them. So this is the recipe out of the Longaberger basket company that I used to, for 13 years I was a rep for them, and a seller. I had people under me, so branch advisor and such, but this is a tried and true recipe. He had a recipe, Dave Longaberger, they used to call him as a kid Popeye. And so this is Popeye's honey pecan chicken salad. Now I don't put the pecans in it, but I shredded up the chicken like I showed you with that shredder that my mom gave me. And this is a bowl I use because this is from my husband, and he tells me stories about what his mom used to use this bowl for everything, from fruit to when she'd make fried chicken. He'd come home from school and there'd be fried chicken in it. Be healthy. Keep healthy. Oh, okay. Cartoon. Yeah, okay. But so she had fried chicken in here. I use it for everything as well. So when I'm making a big recipe like this, because I know that I'll have it for a while, I took out all the ingredients here, but so it calls for 1 cup. This is one of those things because I don't count my chicken, like I don't add up 4 cups of chicken. I just know what I'm kind of doing. I've been making this recipe for so long. I use Duke's mayonnaise whenever I can. And Duke's, I love Duke's. Do you guys have Duke's? Anybody have Duke's? Down here in the South, we love Duke's. And I was always a Hellman's or, you know, one of the brand name mayonnaise people. But when I tried Duke's, I love Duke's. So I'll give you the recipe. It calls for 1 cup mayonnaise, but I really just do it by looks because I know how much chicken I put in here, and it did call for 1.5 pounds of chopped cooked chicken. Sometimes I just do the, cube up the chicken. If you're in the store, you can also buy the frozen pre-cooked, pre-grilled chicken like Tyson's has it. I'm just giving you cheater ideas because, you know, I'm all about making it simple. But I had this chicken already, and since it was in the pressure cooker, it's real soft. That's why I decided to shred it. So 1.5 pounds of cooked chicken, 1 cup mayonnaise. I don't measure it. I just go about how much chicken I have in here, and I can kind of get the consistency I want. And I stir that in, and then it calls for 1/2 cup of relish. I always use sweet relish, and none of these ingredients really stand out. That's what I like about this. It's not like it tastes super mayonnaise-y, or you taste the chicken is what you taste, but it just has nice flair to it, real fresh. But so I use sweet relish. I use dill relish and pickled relish in other recipes, but for this particular one, I use sweet relish. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the board because I My ADHD does not allow me to pay attention to too many things. Good sense of direction. Doesn't allow me to do too many things at once. Now I think this is still a little too dry, but I'm gonna give it a minute here until I add some other ingredients in. So I'm using some sweet relish, and it calls for a half a cup. But I'm just putting in, it's probably a half a cup, what looks good to me. Kind of what I know my family likes. My family consists of me and my husband at this point. But my daughter does live next door, and she just had a baby, so I will, chances are, take some, I put them on Hawaiian rolls. Everybody loves Hawaiian rolls in my family. I don't know about you guys, but I'll put them on some rolls, and I'll probably just drop them off at her door. I don't go unannounced because I don't want to be that mother. But, yeah, this needs more mayo. Put another spoonful of mayo in there. But, so then the relish, and then it calls for 2 tablespoons minced onion. See, I love it. I don't even have to chop up the onion. It just calls for minced onion. How easy is this? I just give it all, shake. Okay. I do that until my heart's content. Put that in here. Stirred up some. I don't use minced onions on a lot of things. I like to put in fresh onions. But when I have put in fresh onions in this, it seems to overpower the whole chicken salad. Like, it really takes on an onion taste. So I learned my lesson. Just go with the flakes. It gives you the oniony, but it doesn't, you know, like when it sits in your refrigerator and all you smell is onions coming from the chicken salad. It's like having a bad neighbor or something. But, so I do use onion flakes for this one. And then it calls for a tablespoon of honey. I think this is the natural ingredient. This is the secret ingredient, I think. So these are the little jars that we gave away at my daughter's baby shower, because her theme was Winnie the Pooh. And she was not finding out the sex of her baby. Isn't that cute? And it came with a little stir, and it says, "A little yummy for your tummy." And she wasn't finding out what the sex of her baby was, so we didn't know, but her baby came 2 months early, way before the due date. So actually at her shower, we knew that Nugget, we called it Nugget the whole time she was pregnant, we knew Nugget was Josephine. So Josie came early, but was in the hospital. But this calls for 1 tablespoon of honey. And I just drizzle in some honey. And I think that's the secret ingredient. I think, I don't know. There's just a secret ingredient. I can't talk either today. Because people are just in love with this recipe once they have it. So I've got that mixed in, and then 1.5 tablespoons sugar. Now, you know, you guys can all make this healthy the way you want. I'm just making it the good old unhealthy way. 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. This is actually 1 tablespoon. And I just kind of dump it in here because I have more chicken than what the recipe actually calls for. I still think it's a little dry for me. We'll see when I get towards the end here. So then a teaspoon of salt. Doing just a pinch of salt. And I always stir in between each ingredient. And I guess I learned my lesson because I was baking one time. I was baking one time, and I can't get that hair out of my eyeglasses. I was baking one time, and I put all the ingredients in, over the flour and all that, and I guess it all clumped together. And then when I went to separate it or whatnot, it was really gross. It's like all the baking powder was stuck in one spot. Oh, it was a disaster. Regardless, whatever the story, however the story went, I learned my lesson. Don't keep all your ingredients in one spot. Sprinkle it all over. Spread the joy, spread the love, have it go everywhere. So I stir it in between each ingredient. And then white pepper. And I didn't think that was a huge deal. And it's not really a huge deal, but the white pepper, I don't like pepper typically, but you don't really taste that strong pepper smell with the white pepper. You get that, I don't know how to explain pepper. Somebody else explain pepper for me. But you get a little peppery, but you don't get that strong, to me pepper is offensive. I don't put pepper on like my baked potatoes or anything like that. I don't season, like extra season vegetables, my own, like when I end at a restaurant or whatever. I put salt on something, but I don't put pepper. But the white pepper doesn't have that effect to me. And then a third of a cup chopped celery. So that's what I was doing when you guys came on the live, is I just took some celery stops. Stalked celery. Oh my God. Stalks of celery. And I was chopping it into very fine pieces. I don't want anybody to get like celery stuck in their teeth, you know. And then the final ingredient calls for toasted pecans or cooked pecans, which I do have a good toasted pecan recipe, but my family was never into mixing nuts with the like salads. But the one thing I do is I add, and I love this just makes it so fresh, I add dried cranberries. I love dried cranberries in something. To me, they're too tart just to eat like raisins, but some good handful of dried cranberries, not tons, because I don't want like a mouthful of cranberries with every bite. But it adds flavor, it just gives it a freshness, and it adds some color to it, really. So let me aim the camera down here. And I'll show you. And like I said, I just spoon this on some of my Hawaiian sweet rolls, or just regular bread, however you want to do it. But it's a true hit, and it's so easy to do. But here we go. I have a huge bowl of chicken salad now. But yeah, I'm all about cheater. So if you go to the store, the frozen section of Walmart or your local grocery store, if they have frozen bags of grilled chicken, you can do that. But I'm all about saving some money. I had the chicken breasts and I thawed all of them. And it actually, I'm going to blame Karen at YouTube Over 40, because when she came to visit, her visit, I made a whole like list of groceries I needed, because I thought I'd be cooking like dinner every night, but we were never home for dinner. So I had all of these groceries. I ended up freezing them, and then when I took them out of the freezer, I had like 4 pounds of chicken, and I had to thaw it all at one time. Well, that's what I get. So I made an enchilada thing, and I made a taco thing, and now I'm making the chicken salad. Yeah, I was not being a mean host. It's just I don't live that close to the event center. We went to Bid Summit together, and she came from New Zealand. If anybody doesn't know who's on here, I can't see everybody's names, but anyways, we don't live close enough that we could just stop at home to eat and then go back. So I ended up not having to cook while she was here. I say not having to. I just slipped. Freudian slip. I don't like to cook. But I had the chicken, and so I'm glad, because I've been able to make meals for the whole week, and probably into the weekend we can nosh on some of this stuff, and I'll even give some to my daughter next door. But do you guys make chicken salad? Do you get like
fryers like at Costco or the grocery store at Walmart, or what do you guys do? What are some quick and easy meals you guys do? I put a question up there because it gave me the option to put a question up there, and now you can't take it down. That's silly. You can't get rid of it. Oh well. At that point, I guess I'm just going to sign off, everybody. Thank you for checking in with me. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I am going to go test jewelry to see if it's gold or if I have any diamonds in there. It's for my friend. He went to an auction and bought a bunch of jewelry. So watch for that video coming up, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Don't give up, because I won't. Have a good day.